Good evening. This is GBN's news at 7. A selfless mission to help rebuild hurricane-damaged homes in Carriacou has taken a heartbreaking turn for Grenadian carpenter Damian Clouden. Rena Pierre-Thomas spoke with his distraught wife and filed this report.
What started off as an act of charity turned into a tragedy for Damian Clouden, a Grenadian residing in New York. Clouden and his wife Camille returned to Grenada shortly after Hurricane Beryl to assist in recovery efforts. A carpenter by profession, Clouden took time off from his job in the U.S. and has been helping to rebuild several homes in Carriacou. However, on September 13th, disaster struck when Damian fell off the roof of a two-story home he was repairing. He was immediately rushed from the sister isle to the General Hospital by a Coast Guard vessel.
He fractured the left side of his face, and the fracture, the doctor is telling me that it pierced the membrane in his brain. And because of this, if he even so much as like sits up or like puts his head up, it can leak out fluid. He can hear, he can speak a little bit, but because of the fracture, it stops at the base, at the back of his jaw. It's very difficult for him to talk.
Camille explained that doctors informed her there was little the hospital could do for her 42-year-old husband beyond hoping his injuries would heal enough to stabilize him for medical evacuation back to the U.S. The father of 3 was placed on strict bed rest for 3 weeks, after which another scan would determine the next steps. Unfortunately, the family's experience at the General Hospital took a drastic turn.
So because of that, the doctor came to me and said he's going to have to do this little procedure to remove the fluid in order for the membrane to close back on its own. And I said to the doctor, okay, for you to do this procedure, are you going to give me a consent form for me to sign? He said, no, that's not going to be necessary. So I did go to the medical director to find out if this is possible. Somehow within the hospital, the doctor found out that he was being questioned about needing consent, and the next morning, which was yesterday morning, when I went to the hospital, the doctor's partner now came to me. Within 2 to 3 days, we're going to discharge him. I said, but yesterday you guys said he's going to be in the hospital for 3 weeks before you repeat the scan. She said, no, we're not going to repeat the scan anymore. I said, why? She said, I'm sorry. Yep, they're giving me discharge papers to discharge him out of the hospital, but he's a New York resident. Like, he's supposed to be discharged. You guys said, rest, repeat the scan, clear him to fly out home to New York for treatment. And now you want to just dump him out of the hospital.
Camille said she tried contacting the hospital's medical director, but was told she was in a meeting. Overcome with emotion, Camille expressed the possibility of losing her husband after just 1 year of marriage.
I just don't want to see Grenada let him down, because it's very scary for me right now, Right now, he's not bound to lose his life, but the treatments and the things that they're doing could cause him to lose his life. Like, God already saved him. So just do what you have to do and take care of him inside of the hospital. Clear him to prayer.
GBN reached out to the General Hospital's medical director, Dr. Taisha Donald, for a comment on the situation. She said, and I quote, "We have spoken to the family and are working along with them to resolve any issues." Camille also confirmed to the news team that after her interview with GBN, Dr. Donald contacted her. Damian's family is urgently seeking to raise over $60,000 to cover the cost of flying him to the U.S. for further medical treatment. They are appealing to the public for any assistance they can provide.
The GoFundMe link is posted on my Facebook page. Hopefully I could give it to you guys as well, and you guys could post it. My Facebook page is Camille John, and so the GoFundMe page is posted on both of pages. I utilize all my social media pages to post the GoFundMe link.
Rena Pierre-Thomas, GBN News.